And good Saturday afternoon here in Salina at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Ryan Ragland with you alongside Justin McClugley. And we have probably one of the hottest contested teams tonight or today in Class 4A Championship on the girls' side. It is the 23-0 Piper Pirates against the 23-0 and always tough Bishop Miege Stags. And Justin, as I just said, this is a game that we've actually been waiting for. We kind of had an idea this was going to be coming to fruition. Guess what? It's at fruition, and we have probably one of the best games that's going to be happening, or the most anticipated games happening today in the state tournament.
Well, the question is, can the Piper Lady Pirates get after Bishop Miege and, slay the beast, if you will? Because Miege, ever since moving down to 4A, has owned 4A sports, be it football, be it basketball, be it volleyball, boys sports, girls sports, doesn't really make a difference. Bishop Miege has been the favorite, and they have been the team to look out for all the way through. This girls team this year, very strong, very senior heavy on the Bishop Miege side, with both the Gonzalez girls being seniors out there to lead the way for the Lady Stags. Bishop Miege, very, very good. And Piper, though, we saw them play yesterday. They're very aggressive. They are, that 40 minutes of hell, for lack of a better term, style of play. They full court press you. They try to speed you up. They try to make you uncomfortable no matter what, and they did a great job of doing that yesterday against a Nickerson team that was just overmatched. Both of these teams winning their semifinal rounds by over 30 points and looking dominant in doing it. Piper is going to be up and down the floor really fast. Miege is able to play that game. They're able to play their game as well. It's going to be interesting to see which style wins out here and if the Lady Pirates can slay the beast that is Bishop Miege.
There's really not any style that Bishop Miege cannot play. They can play the slow game. They can play the up and down. Both teams like to jack it up for three. Coach English for Bishop Miege, one of the all-time greats in the state of Kansas, so you're not too much you're going to be able to say about him. But at the same time, you got Coach Stout with Piper and what he's done with his team, and the Piper girls kind of emulate a little bit on the guys' side. The guys that we'll have later on really like to push the ball up and down the court, and Piper can play that game too. So you've got two teams. They can play multiple styles of basketball. Both teams can play inside. Both teams like to jack it up from three. This is going to be a good one.
It really will. And then you look when Piper's on the court, Grace Barnes, she's a junior. She's a 5'7" junior. She is deadly accurate from beyond the arc. She shot a lot of threes and made them, and she scored points quickly. Now, in yesterday's game, she got 2 quick fouls because she's an aggressive defender. She got 2 quick fouls in the first 3 minutes of the first quarter yesterday. Sat out almost the entire first half because of that. Then, all of a sudden, she came back late in the second half and scored 8 points in the blink of an eye. She is a fast scorer who can score in bunches, as we've got the teams lined up here now for the national anthem.
And also we have a announcer mic and a crowd mic, so we're going to have pretty good sound for today, and we're going to hit down to courtside with the announcer Rob Emery with the announcements of the starting lineups here in just a few minutes.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on behalf of the Kansas State High School Activities Association, Tony's Pizza Event Center, Business Salina, and the City of Salina to the 2019 4A State Basketball Tournament, as we feature the Girls Championship Contest this afternoon, as the Kansas City Piper Pirates coming in with a perfect 23-0 record, facing the Shawnee Mission Bishop Miege Stags, also coming in with a perfect 23-0 record. Before we make this afternoon's introduction, would you ask that you please stand as we take this opportunity to honor our great nation and the men and women who are keeping our country safe at home and abroad with the singing of our national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the administrators, staff, assistant coaches, managers, and non-starters for this afternoon's championship game. First, for Shawnee Bishop Miege. President Randy Salisbury. Principal Maureen Engine. Athletic Director Andrew Groney. Assistant Coach Sidney Vaughn. Kevin Mulvaney and Jeff English. Team managers Jacqueline Bryson and Jonna Thunberger. The Stags non-starters, number 5, Gabby Henderson Artis. Number 11, Fallon Russell. Number 12, Jenna Horns. Number 21, Ann Wasslinger. Number 24, Imagine McCullough. Number 35, Cindy Thunberger. And number 44, Anastasia Wright. And now for Kansas City Piper, Superintendent Tim Conrad. Principal John Wynn. Athletic Director Doug Key. Assistant coaches Michelle Selby and Tracy Numa Wagner. Team managers Julie Ratterman, Keisha Gray, and Danielle Bruce. The non-starters for the Pirates. Number 1, Sanaya Simmons. Number 5, Brianna Andrade. Number 11, Emma Serrano. Number 12, Riley Porter. Number 14, Jennifer Gilbo. Number 21, Jessica Thomas. And number 32, Ariana Carter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome our starting lineups in alternating fashion. First, for Bishop Miege, a 5'6" senior. Number 3, Jordan Gonzalez. And for the Piper Pirates, a 5'5" sophomore. Number 3, Evelyn Vasquez. For the Stags, a 5'6" senior. Number 4, Jordan Gonzalez. And for the Pirates, a 5'7" junior, number 15, Grace Bain. For the Stags, a 6'2" sophomore, number 22, Peyton Burholz. And for the Pirates, a 6' senior, number 23, Ryan Cobbins. For Bishop Miege, a 6'1" sophomore, number 33, Faith Hawthorne. And for Piper, a 6'1" senior, number 24, LaKyle Leslie. And for the Stags, a 6'2" junior, number 42, Ashton Burholz. And for the Pirates, a 5'11" junior, number 25, Allie Vigil. The head coach for Bishop Miege, Mr. Terry English. And the head coach for Piper, Mr. Shane Stout.
And there you go, the starting lineups on both for Bishop Miege and Piper. 23-0 versus 23-0. Not a whole lot you got to say, Justin, to be able to get excited for this game. And as I said, probably one of the more anticipated games that we've had. Plus, on top of that, you take a look down. I think Piper may have Bishop Miege in the stands, probably 3-1.
Well, I mean, Piper does have both of their
that
teams
helps
here, and Miege only has one. So
yeah, you get a 2-for-1 bonus if
exactly.
you're a Piper fan. So.
Exactly. So, but still, yes, there's a large contingent from Piper here, a large contingent from Bishop Miege as well, and we're just ready to get these two teams underway as we get ready to head to center court here. Jumping for Bishop Miege will be Peyton Verhulst, the 6'2" sophomore, and she will jump against the 6'1" senior, Lakaya Leslie.
It's the Pirates and the Stags here in the Class 4A state championship on the line. Something's got to break. And the Stags are going to control the initial tip. And that is something you're not going to see very often coming out of the gate, an errant pass.
Well, it was
and
tipped
that was
away.
Partially tipped, but still.
It was tipped away by Piper there, and that's what they do. They play very aggressive defense. They're coming out in a straight-up man defense here. And there's a turnover.
Down inside, and there's a strip.
A good steal by Piper, and now back into front court quickly.
And they go for the shot, no good. Going for the rebound, but it's going to be rebounded by Vasquez. Miege comes out in the man-to-man. Bringing it up high on the drive and the kick out to Cobbins. And she's going to take the little 12-foot floater, no good.
And Cobbins had a good look there, just wasn't able to finish. Now Miege off and running.
And the drive no good, a little bit short. Fight for the rebound. They're going to get a foul. And this one's going to be on Peyton Verhulst, I believe. That's going to be the game first, her first. This might be one of the more physical games that either team has really had. And the kick out for three, no good. Cobbins fighting for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds and remain with Piper. Piper, in their 23 wins, their two closest games have been a 14-point win against Eudora and a 15-point win against Baldwin. Any other win other than that has been greater points. So they really have not been tested this year if you want to look at the point factor. Resetting the offense, back up top is Baines. Baines and Gonzalez, that's going to be a good matchup tonight as Jordan Gonzalez is probably a little bit more athletic and then hit it for three from the left wing as Cobbins good.
Brian Cobbins, the senior, she's a 6-footer, and she had a great game yesterday. And now we have an injury on the floor. Girl goes down for the Lady Pirates of Piper. Miege got their first bucket of the game and goes down immediately clutching her knee.
And we'll go ahead and take a timeout as they deal with that. 6:34 to go in the first. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 810 Varsity Sports.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
Kansas City, believe it or not, springtime is indeed around the corner, and it's time to start thinking about the outdoors. That's why you need to stop by Austin Sales for all your outdoor needs. Check out the new Gravely mowers, and don't miss the upcoming Polaris Spring event for all the latest ATVs. And of course, Austin Sales has a full array of trailers too. Austin Sales, located on K7 Highway just north of Baser. Visit anytime or online at austonsales.com. Austin Sales, wishing all area teams good luck at the state tournament.
Ryan Ragland, Justin McLucky back with you here at the Tony's Pizza Event Center in the Class 4A state tournament on the girls' side. As you can see, Lakaya Leslie getting off the court as she was clenching her left knee very quickly.
Allie Vigil.
Oh, Vigil, I'm sorry. Yep, I was reading the right number, the wrong name. So going up to the line on the foul is going to be Faith Hawthorne for Miege.
And she makes the and one to tie it up at 3 here in the early going.
Miege coming out in that full court press. They really like to do that. Coach English really likes to put the pressure on the other team. And there's a tip away by Gonzalez out of bounds.
Giving Piper a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Piper likes to play the same style.
And we're going to get and Johnny Gonzalez didn't agree with that one. She's not sure what happened, but she's going to get called with her first foul. 2 team fouls on Miege so far. Long inbounds. Still the man-to-man defense by Miege as they're really packing down low. They're letting the wings kind of out there by themselves.
Piper's trying to work their way around the edge. They've got now Riley Porter has come in.
Cobbins with the drive, misses that one. One and done for the Pirates. Quickly up ahead with the layup and good by Verhulst.
It's Ashton Verhulst, and now Piper quickly back into front court. There's going to be a very fast-paced girls game here between these two squads. Just 5-3 right now early on, as both teams are playing very strong defense.
Piper being a little bit more patient on the offensive side, and there's a pull in for just inside the three-point line by Cobbins. She gets her own rebound and the putback.
Great job to follow your shot. Yep. A great hustle play by Ryan Cobbins, the 6-foot senior for Piper, getting to the line. She's starting out a little bit cold, hasn't been able to hit her shots, but she's not letting that discourage her. She's still hustling after the ball, follows her own shot there, gets the rebound, and now gets to the line with a chance to tie.
Cobbins 2 out of 2 from the free throw line against Eudora in round 1. And then she was 3 out of 4 from the free throw line last night.
And she's 2 for 2 to start tonight.
Ties the score up at 5. She has all 5 of the Piper points.
Piper actually laying back defensively and not trying to speed Bishop Miege up. So they've kind of changed the strategy from what we saw from them yesterday against Nickerson.
There's a pull-up for 3, top of the key, no good by Gonzalez. Cobbins with the rebound.
Now that's interesting. Miege launched 23 three-pointers a night ago. So if they're not hitting those, that could be a big victory point for Piper.
Stepping back, resetting the offense. Baines with the ball, gets it over left wing to Porter. Now on the drive, the layup is good.
Evelyn Vasquez, the 5'5 sophomore, gets into the lane, gets the points, and Piper takes their second lead of the game.
And the drive, but Johnny Gonzalez is going to be fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Vasquez going to get called with her first foul. There's Johnny and Jordan. And I've been able to watch these two play for a while, and I believe Johnny, in my mind, Johnny at the free throw line is just that little half step quicker than her sister Jordan, as she was a starter as a freshman, and it feels like she's been at Miege forever. As she misses the second one.
1 for 2 at the line, and that remains the difference in the game. Just 1 point, as it's very close here in the early going. This battle of unbeaten teams here on 810varsity.com.
Cobbins looking out behind a screen, kind of a soft one. Spin move. That could have thought they were going to get it for a travel, and Coach English is all over the ref asking about it, but he gets the ball back anyway. A kick out. About the 12-footer is good for Hawthorne. She has 5. Miege retakes the lead, quickly back to the other side. Luckily, it was tipped by Miege, but Piper still controls the ball. And there you got 5-on-4 for a little bit until Hawthorne can get back into it.
Leslie, good move and a great look underneath.
Partially blocked from behind, quickly up ahead to Jordan Gonzalez, one-on-one. Misses the layup. Coming up with it is Piper as Vasquez pushing it up court. She's going to take it herself underneath the rim, but she gets it back. Cobbins, and what we're going to get, a foul? Yep, we're going to get a foul. Coach English not happy.
Well, there's a couple of moments there on the last 2 possessions where it looked like Piper might have gotten away with a walk on there.
One
and so I think that's probably frustrating. That's probably frustrating to him. But I like the way the officials are calling this game. Once again, just like yesterday, they're being a little bit looser and letting the teams play, and there's a good example of it there. Now Miege back off and running.
Kick out for 3 by her sister. It's Johnny for 3. Excuse me, Jordan hits it for 3. Makes it a 4-point lead for the Stags. Quickly back to the other side, kicking out for 3. No good for Piper. Loose ball. Jordan comes up with it quickly up ahead to Hawthorne. And a little bit strong on the layup. The putback no good on the bunny by Verhulst. As she's going to be fouled going to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, Miege is so quick, so fast, just able to get out in front the way that they have been. I mean, Piper tried to speed up and hit a 3 on the other end. They missed it, and then Miege gets off on the fast break, and now they're really starting to pull away in this one. They now lead 12-7 after the made free throw here, 2.5 to go in the first quarter.
State championship game on the line. As the second was no good.
Imagine McCallum, the new girl on the floor for Bishop Miege.
Leaving that lane wide open in that first step. Vasquez had a good line at it.
It's actually Sanaya Simmons, a freshman. She's just subbed into the game.
Oh, my fault, yep. There's, ooh, that was that was pretty close to being a travel there on Verhulst. Gonzalez.
Piper
matched up.
Piper continuing their man-to-man defense, playing Miege very tough.
And Piper really not stepping out very hard and pushing the issue. Being down by 5 points, and it just kind of looks like they're more into possession, but right now there's a nice little luck of a pass being tipped to Johnny Gonzalez.
Yeah, Bishop Miege, again, they are so used to playing that up-tempo, that fast pace, that aggressive style of play. And
shot missed by Carter.
And Piper just not being able to play Miege's game quite as well as Miege in the early stages of this one. They're now been doubled up.
And on the drive, tip blocked from behind is Riley Porter. And it's going to stay with Piper.
Great job by Miege, just getting back, contesting every detail of what Piper's trying to do.
1 minute on the clock. Kind of a surprise, Piper being doubled up by Miege, but then again, it is Miege, and that's what they're used to. And they're going to get a travel on Vasquez. She went to her right to pass the ball and saw nobody was there and ended up dragging her foot and still got the pass off. So take your pick on which way the turnover is going to come from.
Baines checking back into the game now for Piper, and they're picking up full court man to man once again.
Kind of a tokens. They're backing off pretty easily. Closing off the inside. A little perimeter weave. Step up from the right elbow. Kiss off the glass, no good. Over the back, as I believe they're going to get Ashton Verholz with this one. And they are. So the possession arrow goes to Piper with 36 seconds left. We'll see if Piper can do the double dip and chalk in, or kind of stab into this 7-point lead by the Stags.
Lady Pirates in a position they're not used to being in. You mentioned their closest game was a 14-point win this season.
Vasquez gets it back up top to the left wing to Simmons.
Look for him to try to set up Baines here for the last second shot. Baines in motion down towards the far corner.
And now they're putting a little bit of pressure on the wings. 5 seconds on the clock. Simmons with the drive on the backside cut. And before the shot can get off, the buzzer sounds. That's going to be into the first quarter. 14-7 the score. We're going to take a timeout and be back with the second quarter on 810 Varsity Sports.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Ryan Ragland, Justin McLucky back with you at the Tony's Pizza Event Center here in Salina. The side of the Class 4A state championship matchup between the Bishop Miege Stags and the Piper Pirates. We have another Piper Pirate game coming up after this on the boys' side as they're taking on the Augusta Orioles, and that's going to be another good one. But right now, two undefeated teams, and Piper finding themselves in a situation they're not really used to right now, not only trailing, but trailing by 7.
They're trailing by 7, and it's because they're only shooting 13% from the field. They went 2 of 15 from the field in that half, and that's just not something that Piper is used to doing, and it has a lot to do with the pressure defense that Miege engages. Miege shooting 41%, so Piper might need to step up the intensity on their defensive end and try to just continue to beat Miege at their own game, because they like to play the same pressure style that Miege does, and there's a good lay-in to start the second quarter for Piper from Evelyn Vasquez.
She has 4, cuts the lead down to 5. And Piper kind of laying low on their defense.
And there's a walk against Miege that time, and so the Stags turn it over.
Kind of watch what Miege is doing, and I was kind of watching off that last possession. Anything from the lane up, they're really extending out their defense. On the wings, they're kind of letting Piper have that, and it's almost like they're daring them. If you're going to do anything, you're going to do anything from the sides. You're not going to do anything up the middle, and they're really trying to pack it. And just as soon as I say that, Simmons with a drive up the middle from the left side of the lane, and good for her first points, cuts the lead down to 3.
The 5'1" freshman, a very aggressive basketball player, and she's not afraid to take it in against the big girls inside.
Peyton Verholz with the missed shot on the drive is too strong off the glass. Quickly back to the other side. Back in the corner for 3. No good.
And that
by
was
Baines.
Yep, that was Baines. She is a sharpshooter from out there. Just a little off target on that first attempt of the ball game.
And taking his Verholz. No good. Rebound. Kicking it out. Back inside. Right into the layup, no good, and they're going to get over the back by Hawthorne. And that's going to be her first. So right now,
it's team foul number 5 by the Lady Stags.
What do we?
And now,
whoa, what did I miss? What did I miss?
They're calling now, they've changed it to a call on Lakaya Leslie, which it looked like she got the shooter on the arm, when she was driving in, but there was a delayed call, and then there was definitely a foul on the attempted rebound as well.
But that one's going to say it negate because of the tip on the shooter.
Because the foul on the shooter, exactly.
Wow.
And that sends
That's huge.
Peyton Verhulst to the line where she makes her first.
That kind of confused me for a second because Verhulst was standing on the free throw line. It was like everyone else didn't get the right call, and she's going, yeah, I'm going to the free throw line. You guys go do whatever you're going to.
Second free throw is good. Miege now 4 of 6 from the free throw line so far in this game.
Miege still in the man-to-man. The kick out to Baines. She wanted to take the three, but had to dribble out of it.
Now she will. A little
short. That might have been barely tipped. That's not like Baines to miss it that short. Johnny Gonzalez setting up the offense. Cross dribble, pulls up, gets Hawthorne down on the weak side, kicks off the glass and good. She has 7, extends that lead back to 7. .5:43 left to go here in the championship match. A kick out to Baines. A little bit of a low pass. Excuse me, that was not Baines, that was Porter. Porter on the drive, or excuse me, Vasquez on the drive. And they're going to get a double dribble, and I think that ball might have been tipped just a bit, and she had to control it with both hands for a second.
Riley Porter is a great player off the bench, but losing out Allie Vigil so early in this game really took the wind out of Piper's sails.
Try to give the ball down into Hawthorne. And she was kind of by herself on a quick pass, but she's going to be fouled. It's going to be on the floor. Checking in is going to be Jessica Thomas, the 5'11 sophomore for Piper.
Inbound
Verhulst with a little turnaround and good.
Right through traffic, able to make contested shots, and that's why Miege is Miege. They now lead by 9 with 5 minutes to go.
Miege's largest lead of the game so far. And right now you can just see the defense intensity of the Stags is really causing a problem for Piper. Now you look down inside as Cobbins really trying to get possession on Verhulst.
Long rebound.
And
goes to Miege and a quick steal back.
Simmons gets it back.
Sanaya Simmons spins into the lane, now back outside.
And Piper really trying the ball rotation with the movement, but Miege right now just super quick. Almost halfway done of the second quarter.
Vasquez gets a lane.
Left to drive, no good. With Peyton Verhulst with the rebound, quickly up ahead. Trying to get it to her sister Ashton, and it was a little bit strong out of bounds.
Piper just is having trouble getting the ball into the bucket. They're only shooting 20% from the floor. They're 4 of 20 from the field. And that's just unbelievably frustrating for the Lady Pirates because they are better shooters than what they've shown so far. But credit Miege for playing intense defense and contesting every single shot.
And that's what Coach Inglis really, really coaches with his girls. Almost like Cobbins was going to try to put it up for 3, but lost their step a little bit. Work off the screen, the kick out. Vasquez for 3, no good.
And the board back to Miege, only a 1-shot opportunity.
Quickly up ahead to Johnny. Hawthorne with the rebound, no good. As Carter comes up with the rebound. Vasquez really slowing down the pace. Really need to get some kind of offensive production on this possession.
And a little hesitation that time at the top of the key by Ryan Cobbins.
You get those 2 quick steps before you get that dribble down.
And now timeout on the floor called. It's a full timeout taken by Piper, and they probably need it.
Yep, we'll take one too. 2:58 to go in this first half. 20-11 to score. Miege with the lead. We'll be back in a minute on 810 Varsity Sports.
Hutchinson Community College has over 70 academic and more than 40 technical programs providing an outstanding education. With small classroom sizes and award-winning instructors, Hutch CC has an active campus life with over 50 student organizations and nationally ranked athletic teams. Hutch CC has many opportunities when it comes to your higher education. Take classes on the main campus in Hutchinson through your outreach centers in Newton or McPherson and online. Earn credits while still in high school. Schedule your visit today or visit hutchcc.edu. Hutchinson Community College, your education destination.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
Ryan Ragland, Justin McLucky back with you at 810 Varsity Sports in Salina at the Tony's Pizza Event Center, formerly known as the Bicentennial Center here in Salina. Class 4A championship matchup between Piper and Bishop Miege. And a quick foul on the drive is going to send Jordan Gonzalez to the free throw line. As Simmons for Piper is going to get called with her first foul.
1-1 here, makes the front end.
Bishop Miege, when they trailed 7-6, is on a 15-4 run from the first quarter. Make that 16-4. And again, the points are doubled up by Miege.
Good strong defense inside, but now Piper doing a great job contesting it in the backcourt.
As Coach Inglis called a timeout, and I think Hawthorne was going to try to throw it off one of the Piper ladies as she was on the baseline, but Coach English got the timeout. He wants a 30-second timeout. Remember, we have guys action coming up about 30 minutes after completion of this game, and it will be the Piper Pirates going up against the Augusta Orioles, and that's going to be kind of an interesting team. You got more of the physicality of Augusta, you've got the speed of Piper. Which one's going to give?
It's a legitimate question right now, though. The story of this game, Piper just shooting 18% from the floor, 4 of 22, 1 for 6 from beyond the arc, and if they're not getting their shots to fall at all, it's just going to be really hard to stay competitive in this game with a team like Miege.
Yeah, and the way their defense is, they're not going to. You get anything inside the three-point line, it's not going to be an easy one. Dish off to Hawthorne. The shot is good. Johnny Gonzalez with the assist. 9 points for Hawthorne.
And Miege just able to have their way inside right now against this Lady Piper defense.
With the kick out to Simmons on the baseline runner, strong, no good. As Vasquez came up with it, but then Hawthorne lost her footing, landed on the back of Vasquez.
Lucky we didn't see a twist there, as that's going to be a 1-on-1 situation now. It's going to send Evelyn Vasquez to the line.
Get a chance to break into this 10-0 run by the Stags. And gets the friendly roll.
First free throw is good, and Piper 3 for 3 in the game from the free throw line.
And they may get to the point where they're just going to have to start getting a little bit more aggressive and try to get to the free throw line until they can figure out something to break that Stag defense.
Second free throw also good.
6 points for Vasquez. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Watching the lane down low, it kind of stays wide open if they can get the first step, and there's a turnaround.
Piper has resorted to changing up their man-to-man defense to a 2-3 zone, and it slowed Miege down a little bit. They're still able to get a bucket there, but we'll see how that develops and see if it helps them at all trying to play that zone defense on their end.
A little over a minute to go in the first half. And you can just see the way they're going. There's a walk. One too many steps on the drive by Vasquez, and you can see exactly what Miege is doing. Anything inside the three-point line, that's their area. If they're going to beat them, they're going to beat them on the outside. Possession arrow to Bishop Miege to start the second half. Quick three shot, no good. Simmons with the rebound, quickly up court, gets it to Porter on the drive, blocked from behind, out of bounds, stays with Piper, but that's just the quickness of Bishop Miege right now. Simmons trying to get it back to Porter, partially tipped. Now you have 5-on-4 for a second. Kick out. 4-3, top of the key, good.
Micaiah Leslie breaks the scoring drought. Big time for Piper on offense as we're under 30 seconds to go now in this opening half.
Cuts the lead down to 10. Coach Inglis setting up the offense. 15 seconds on the clock. Reading off the screen, kick out for three, no good. Verhulst with the putback, no good. Piper with the rebound as it goes out of bounds. And they're going to say it was off Hawthorne with 2 seconds. And you can see exactly right there what Johnny Gonzalez was doing. She was watching to see which way the defender was going to go off the screen and ended up going the opposite side. And there's a last second shot, no good. At the half, 26-16. We're going to take a timeout, be back with halftime stats right here on 810 Varsity Sports.
Kansas City, believe it or not, springtime is indeed around the corner, and it's time to start thinking about the outdoors. That's why you need to stop by Austin Sales for all your outdoor needs. Check out the new Gravely mowers, and don't miss the upcoming Polaris Spring event for all the latest ATVs. And of course, Austin Sales has a full array of trailers too. Austin Sales, located on K7 Highway just north of Baser. Visit anytime or online at austonsales.com. Austin Sales, wishing all area teams good luck at the state tournament.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Community College has over 70 academic and more than 40 technical programs providing an outstanding education. With small classroom sizes and award-winning instructors, Hutch CC has an active campus life with over 50 student organizations and nationally ranked athletic teams. Hutch CC has many opportunities when it comes to your higher education. Take classes on the main campus in Hutchinson through your outreach centers in Newton or McPherson and online. Earn credits while still in high school. Schedule your visit today or visit hutchcc.edu. Hutchinson Community College, your education destination.
Welcome back to Salina at the formerly known Bicentennial Center, now known as the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Ryan Ragland alongside Justin McLucky at the Class 4A Girls State Championship game. And Miege doing what Miege does. Both teams 23-0, but Miege taking that one step further with a 26-16 lead. And Justin, it's primarily been two stories. We've had one injury and one really good defensive stand.
Yes, exactly. And the Lady Pirates of Piper, they lost their 5'11 junior, Allie Vigil, early on in this game. It was in the first couple of minutes. At the time, the score was 7-6 when Vigil went down. Right now, it's now 26-16 in favor of Miege. Piper was actually up 7-6. The early going of this game was very back and forth, very, very strong. We had 2 ties, 3 lead changes right there early, but then Miege has been off and going in a big way, and it has to do with their defense. They held Piper to just 19%, 5 of 26 shooting in the first half. They were 2 of 7 from 3. They finally got one to fall there towards the end of the half when Lakaya Leslie hit a triple, but they're going to have to shoot their way back into this because Miege just has the center of the court on lockdown, and that's just the type of ball that they play. But they've held Piper again to that 19% shooting. Piper is 4 for 4 from the line. The teams are even on rebounds, but Bishop Miege 37.5% shooting on 9 of 24, just 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. But they've been able to work their way inside with the absence of Vigil in there protecting the interior. Piper had to switch from their normal man-to-man defense. They had to jump back and go into a 2-3 zone there at the end of the half. They started to make a little bit of progress, but we'll see what happens in the second half. But right now, Piper just felt a little out of sorts after they lost Vigil early on.
You want to guess who the only person for the Pirates who've been able to score double digits in both games here at the state tournament for Piper?
Allie Vigil.
There you go. Says a lot right there. She's that offensive mainstay. And Baines came up, she came up with 15 points against Nickerson yesterday as she had the hot hand. She goes 6 out of 10. And, you had made the comment at the halftime, you thought they were going to try to set up Baines for the three-point shot. And they know that. Okay, now that we only have one person to really center on and we can just, like you said, lock down the inside, and they're just forcing everything out. If you're going to beat Miege, you're going to have to start hitting the three ball.
You are. So Baines is going to have a lot of pressure put on her shoulder, and that's Grace Baines. She's another junior. So Piper, very young team overall. They're led in scoring right now by sophomore Evelyn Vasquez, and she has been driving in. She's also at 5'5", leading the team in rebounds with 4. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised that the teams are even on the rebounding end. Piper actually has more offensive rebounds than Miege does, but 19 rebounds apiece. But they even on turnovers as well. Piper actually has more steals than Miege does. So the game looks really even everywhere except the scoreboard and shooting percentage. The leader right now for Bishop Miege has been Faith Hawthorne, the sophomore. She scored 11. She's also pulled down 6 boards, nearing a double-double in the first half.
Yeah, and it's just one of those situations where Coach Stout's going to have to come out with some kind of motion. They're not going to be able to go on the run and gun. They're going to have to start getting quality possessions. They're going to have to start getting buckets. Right now, there's a twofold. You have to eliminate the possessions for Miege, but you have to make the shots that you're going to be making while you're trying to keep the possessions for Miege down. You're going to have to step up your defense because right now Miege is doing everything right that they need to have happen.
They really are, and I'm going to be curious to see where Piper goes. They started to get a little bit of rhythm in there when they were hitting shots. They've had to put in Ariana Carter has stepped up into a starting role for them, as well in the absence of Allie Vigil. and she's a presence inside, but she's not much of a scorer. So you kind of go back and forth there with Piper. It's really hard. Do you want to put the defensive Carter in there and sacrifice potentially making some outside shots or being a better shooter, or do you want to go with the smaller Sanaya Simmons, Riley Porter's lineup that might give you some more shooting and some more aggression on the drives, but isn't able to match up defensively as well with Miege?
And Carter in the last 2 games, she's only played 22 minutes. So she's going to get a lot of time, and Coach Stout's going to have to make sure that he keeps her to a point where she doesn't get worn out and get out of breath, so his rotation off the bench is going to have to be a lot greater also. As we're a couple minutes away from the start of the second half, as we talked about, it's just at the point right now, Coach English has everything going the way he wants it. He wants the defense. He wants to step up. They're able to keep the up-tempo going. On the defensive boards also, I didn't see what the stats were on that. The defensive boards, 14-5 on the
14-12, Miege is out-rebounding Piper on the defensive end.
Right, 19 rebounds for Miege, but 14 of those coming from the defensive side. So they're really packing that inside as we talked about.
They are. I mean, they're doubling up their defensive rebounds with Piper's 7 offensive rebounds. But really, again, it's uncanny. You look at the stat sheet here, and you would think this game would be a lot closer than it is. Piper has actually only turned it over 5 times. Miege has turned it over the same amount of times in this game. Even for a team that plays as aggressive and strong defensively as Miege does, you would expect them. They're usually very lopsided, the turnover differential, highly in favor of Miege, but they're dead even right now. Piper's actually gotten 3 steals to their credit. Miege has only stolen the ball away from Piper once. So as the Lady Pirates are now returning to the court here at the Tony's Pizza Event Center, just got to see if Piper can settle down here in the second half and try to adjust a little bit better at halftime to not having Allie Vigil to kind of the straw that stirs the drink for them and make that adjustment and be better prepared here in the second half to try to make an outstanding comeback for a state championship here.
We're going to take a quick time out, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the third quarter of the Class 4A championship game with Miege and Piper. We'll be back on 30 seconds here on 810 Varsity Sports.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Ryan Ragland, Justin McClunkey back with you at 810 Varsity Sports here in Salina at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. A previous game earlier on the girls' side, it was Baldwin taking third place in the Class 4A state championship as they defeated Nickerson by a score of 52-37. And on the guys' side, it was Wichita Trinity defeating Chapman 56-43 as we are ready to go back to action on the second half. Miege with the ball to start the second half. Gonzalez with the drive, tries to get it back to Hawthorne, but partially tipped. Quickly up ahead. And the shot partially blocked with Baines. Went up amongst the trees, quickly up ahead to Jordan. Rebound no good, or the layup no good. Rebound to Vasquez. Back to the near side.
Miege still playing that strong man defense, so a couple of quick missed shots here and a couple of quick possessions. Try to pass it inside, it's blocked. Piper's trying to find a way to get it in to their senior, Ryan Cobbins.
Baines back up top. Gets it to the near side to Simmons, and she splits 2 Stags with the drive and good.
The 5'1" freshman, if you can't see her, you can't defend her, and she split 2 defenders perfectly to get that lay-in.
And for three, left side, no good. And we're going to have a tie-up with Cobbins and Hawthorne.
No, they called a hold.
Wow.
Not a tie-up. That is a hold call. I thought for sure that would be a jump.
Yeah, you, me both. So they're going to get the foul on Faith Hawthorne. That's going to be her second.
Scoring and rebounding leader for Bishop Miege right now.
And then we're getting a bump on the drive. And as I said earlier, this may be what Piper needs to do, is just start being a little bit more aggressive and start trying to get Miege in some foul trouble or something.
Well, Jordan Gonzalez just picked up her third personal with 6:36 to go in the third quarter. So that changes things a little bit for Miege now.
Vasquez up top with Mellencamp, or McCullough. Cobbin tried to spin move. Hawthorne got her hand in the middle of it, still loose.
Miege gets the turnover, and they're off and running now.
Over to Gonzalez, right wing, on the cut, a little give and go. But Cobbins with the steal. And she's got to protect the ball a little bit better than that. She was trying to make a spin move, and the ball was just out there waiting to be picked. Verholtz misses the shot, but her sister comes up with the rebound and the putback. Ashton with her for 4 points for the night. Takes the lead back to 10. Verholt's going to be called with a foul.
Her second personal, third team foul already on Miege in the early going of the second half.
Stutter step by Cobbins. She's going to take it for three. Left corner, no good. Rebound by McCullough. Up ahead to Gonzalez. She's going to pull up for three. Rattles it in and good. Johnny Gonzalez has 6. And that's only the second three-pointer of the night for Miege. And on a steal, quickly back the other way. Stutter step. Putting up the shot is Gonzalez against Baines, no good.
And now a timeout called by Piper. Now remember, just moments ago, right at halftime, we talked about how the turnovers were even, the rebounds were even. Well, to start the second half now, it's been all Miege in that category, just turning Piper over constantly as there's a timeout on the floor.
30-second timeout taken by Coach, or excuse me, a full timeout taken by Coach Stout. And a look for a second, they might have found something, being a little bit more aggressive. But it just kind of looks like, and a couple of the turnovers that Piper had were just a little, I don't want to say silly, but not protective. We've seen some of those where, you're trying to come in and do the spin move to get the defense back to the offside, but at the same time, you're drilling the ball that's like way out in front of you, and you're just asking for someone just to get some kind of hand on it.
Well, it was quick back and forth, back and forth. They were pit-pocketing each other a little bit at either end of the floor, and in the case of Piper, they were the ones that ended up losing out on that back and forth turnover, trading him situation.
A little over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Vasquez running the point. Still the man-to-man by Bishop Miege. Knocked out of bounds by Hawthorne.
Good defense. Just great job to get your hand on the ball and get all ball there, because that's the situation where you usually see a foul called. Great job by Faith Hawthorne. And now she is going to get called for a personal. That's going to be her third.
Kind of a little sidestep by Lakaya Leslie. And she kind of got Hawthorne off, killed her a little bit, and she went in for the reach. And that's going to be her third. So that might be someone you want to take a look at and try to get Hawthorne out of the inside. But like KU, Coach English just kind of has someone to go back to fill in that gap. There's a drive by McCullough, and she's going to dribble out of it. Gets it up top to Gonzalez. McCullough on the baseline drive, kicks it out. Gonzalez is going to take it for three. In and out. Rebound to Hawthorne. Baseline jumper, good. She has 11. (35-18). And Miege just continues to do what Miege does. And you can see Miege really extending that defense. Anything to the three-point line, whoever has the ball, they're going to extend it out. On the drive, no good by Baines.
Another block and a rebound.
And slapped is Cobbins. Wow.
Leslie takes the charge and causes the turnover, and she got her feet set. She got back early. Great job by Lakia Leslie to not move there and take that charge.
Well, what kind of surprised me about it was they had that's going to be the third personal foul, but it's kind of a tough call because the ball was slapped away and she ended up taking a couple steps, and then she ran in to the Piper player and still got charged with a foul, so she was like insult to the injury. Simmons with it, left wing against Gonzalez, tries to get it down low.
Trying to
Carter.
Get it, Ariana Carter checking back into the game here.
Miege with the ball in the drive, no good by McCullough. One and done. Piper on the return, trying to do something to get some kind of momentum to chip into this lead. Left-handed layup, no good.
Good
Carter
position.
with the rebound putback.
Good position by Ariana Carter there, and now Piper starting to turn up the defensive intensity full court, but Miege breaks it.
And Simmons running from behind on Gonzalez, tries to strip it away, but she's going to get called with the foul.
Piper's first foul of the second half. Miege has been called for 5 already.
Yeah, and I right now I think that's what you have to do if you're Piper. You're that close to getting to the free throw line on every foul. A, you have to get to the line, and B, you have to make them. Here's a three-point shot on the inbounds and good by Ashton Verholtz. Gives her 7. Extends the lead back out to 18. And Vasquez with the shot, no good, but she's going to the line to shoot 2. So now from here on out, every shot, every foul by Miege is going to send the Pirates to the free throw line.
And that's big for Piper. Evelyn Vasquez, sophomore, makes her first free throw. She still continues to lead the Lady Pirates in scoring. They're trying to get back into this one now, down 38-21.
Misses the second one.
Foul in backcourt that's going to be called against Ryan Cobbins, the senior for Piper. Take it out of bounds here. That's her first.
Clock stopped at 2:50. Johnny Gonzalez brings the ball down court, and they start the offense. And then a little floater inside to Ashton Verholtz.
Miege running a trap, gets the steal in backcourt, and that's another quick 2 points for the Lady Stags.
And now they come up with a half-court trap, and just Coach Scout calls a timeout, and what do the Stags do? They come up with 4 quick points, and then immediately, all of a sudden, they come up with a half-court trap. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back on 30 seconds here on 810 Varsity Sports.
Kansas City, believe it or not, springtime is indeed around the corner, and it's time to start thinking about the outdoors. That's why you need to stop by Austin Sales for all your outdoor needs. Check out the new Gravely mowers, and don't miss the upcoming Polaris Spring event for all the latest ATVs. And of course, Austin Sales has a full array of trailers too. Austin Sales, located on K7 Highway just north of Baser. Visit anytime or online at austinsales.com. Austin Sales, wishing all area teams good luck at the state tournament.
Ryan Ragland, Justin McLucky back with you at the Tony's Pizza Event Center here in Salina, the Class 4A state championship game. On the girls' side, guys' side coming up about 30 minutes after completion of this one. But Bishop Miege 23-0, Piper 23-0, everything going the way of the Stags.
The Lady Stags doubling up the Lady Pirates once again.
Carter with the baseline drive, leaves it just a bit short. Knocked out of bounds by Miege. Get the ball in bounds, catch and shoot for three by Cobbins, no good. Verholtz with the rebound. As Gonzalez dribbles out of it, quickly down the left corner. I thought she was going to take it for three, but she found Verholtz by herself. Ashton with the bucket. She has 11. And we're going to have a foul on the shot. And it's no good, but Miege with the rebound. And McCullough with the drive, barely gets it over to Gonzalez. Turnaround jumper from the right elbow, no good. Vasquez with the rebound, pushing it. Stutter strip, splits two Stags, and good for 9. Still a 21-point lead for Miege. And that's the one thing about Miege, they're constantly putting pressure. Even though they have a 21-point lead, it's not usual like them to just sit there and just take time off the clock. That just totally goes against everything that Coach English coaches, and you just have to stay aggressive with it.
Well, certainly, you don't want to get out of character, and this is the state championship game. You're battling two undefeated teams. No reason to hold back at all.
Kick out for three, no good. Rebound by Leslie. Quickly up ahead. The layup, but the foul on Porter. As Porter's going to be going up to the line. Riley Porter still looking for her first points of the night.
She'll shoot two here.
And she hits the first one. I'm sitting there looking back, and the largest run that I can see that Piper has had has been a 7-2 run, and that was the tail end of the second quarter, the first bucket into the third. So they just have not been able to get much going.
Every time they get a little bit of momentum, Miege just takes it right back away, and the Lady Stags well in control now, up by 19 with 30 seconds to go here in the third.
Piper gets the ball to start the fourth quarter. Setting up the last shot to end the fourth quarter, the third quarter. Little pick and roll. Get it back out. Gonzalez fighting for it. Or check that. That's Henderson.
And that'll get turned over. So Piper's going to have a shot here to make the last shot before we head into the fourth.
They're going to try the double dip. On the drive, Vasquez. They're going to say his bench is saying it was fouled on the shot, but no call. At the end of three, 44-25 to score. Miege with the lead. We're going to be back with the fourth quarter right here on 810 Varsity Sports.
Kansas City Believe it or not, springtime is indeed around the corner, and it's time to start thinking about the outdoors. That's why you need to stop by Austin Sales for all your outdoor needs. Check out the new Gravely mowers, and don't miss the upcoming Polaris Spring event for all the latest ATVs. And of course, Austin Sales has a full array of trailers too. Austin Sales, located on K7 Highway just north of Baser. Visit anytime or online at austinsales.com. Austin Sales, wishing all area teams good luck at the state tournament.
Ryan Ragland and Justin McLucky back with you in Salina. Class 4A state championship game with Miege and Piper, and it has been all Miege, 44-25, as you can see.
Well, the first quarter, it was competitive for the first half of the quarter, and then Miege pulled away at the end, doubled them up 14-7 at the end of one. Piper fought back a little bit there in the second quarter, down by 9 at halftime, but then outscored 18-9 there in the third. And Miege has a stranglehold on this game as we enter the fourth.
Miege still packing that inside on the drive. Cobbins, they could have got her for the travel. Shot was no good. Verholtz with the rebound, gets it to Gonzalez in the left corner. And then a drive from the left wing. They're going to get a foul before the shot. And that one's going to be on Simmons. That's going to be her third. And another foul. It's going to be going against Piper. And the bucket's good. Off the inbounds. Makes it a 21-point lead for Miege. And the drive, Simmons gets the roll. She has 4. So they just need the quick scores and then try to hopefully be able to do something defensive miracle to shut down Miege. Cross dribble, a dish out to Hawthorne by Gonzalez. A little give and go on Gonzalez as Hawthorne dishes it back to her. She puts up the shot, no good, but she's fouled, so Jordan going up to the line. As she hits that one. So 48-27 is the score. And Cobbins, they're going to say it was partially tipped, so that's why they didn't call the travel. And Gonzalez steps up inside the three-point line. Shot's no good. Simmons with the rebound. As she tries to dish it off to Cobbins. Gets it back in, blocked by Verholtz. And everything that Piper's tried to do just has not worked tonight. And a nice easy layup for Verholtz, for Hawthorne. As the assist by Peyton Verholtz saw Hawthorne just by herself on the near side of the bucket. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout. 6:06 to go in the game. We'll be back in a minute on 810 Varsity Sports. Back with you in Salina, Ryan Ragland alongside Justin McLucky. As the Piper fans not finding things their way here on the girls' side in the championship game of Class 4A, but they have one more chance for a championship as the Piper guys will be taking on Augusta about 30 minutes after the completion of this game here on 810 Varsity Sports. Simmons with the drive, a little bit off. Gonzalez with the rebound, loses it. Simmons comes up with it, back with the layup, and good.
Sanaya Simmons with a great job defensively there for Piper. They're still playing hard, no question about it. It's just almost too much to overcome at this point with 5:40 to play.
Johnny Gonzalez, or check that, Jordan Gonzalez going up to the free throw line as the foul was on Vasquez. 1-1, but Miege with the rebound on the missed free throw. And Gonzalez for the score. Extends it 52-29. And Vasquez says we're not done yet. She goes up for a layup. And Miege still pushing the issue.
Piper's defense really forcing it there, running a hard full court press. And now foul going to be called, getting a little bit too handsy there underneath was Lakia Leslie.
So Hawthorne going up to the free throw line. Hawthorne on the night 1 for 1 from the free throw line, and she has 17 points. And can't get that one to go in. Try to get into Ariana Carter down low.
Poked away out of bounds by Miege. Now that was 4 fouls on Leslie as well, so she's going to take a seat.
And the long rebound inbounds was taken away by Gonzalez. And she's going to have the drive, dish it off to Hawthorne, and good. Hawthorne with 19. And Miege looking at another state championship. As Verholtz gets it across the timeline. Cross dribble is Johnny, and the score.
Miege is just hitting all the shots. They're almost up to 50% shooting now for the game, are the Lady Stags, and they're still holding Piper under 25%.
Yeah, the effort is there, but you can see just that it's hard. When you're in a situation like this, it's hard to keep that bounce going. You keep the drive, but it's not going to be a 100% drive, and that's a hard deal.
It's 4th foul on Jordan Gonzalez. And she steps off for Miege.
I'm sure the senior will get back out there one more time before the game ends. Well, maybe not, as this may be the hand that they're getting for the seniors. As Verholst checks out. And Vasquez hits that one. One more coming.
Evelyn Vasquez, 12 points to lead the way in scoring for Piper. She's just a sophomore, so this Piper team, very young, going to have more opportunities, I think, against these Lady Stags from Miege in the future.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want to hear in the EKL. Fight for the rebound. Under 4 minutes to go in the game. That drive and getting the roll is good by Lakia Leslie, as Leslie has 5 points. Hawthorne says, I'll just go ahead and take it, and what does she do? Sinks it for 22. as she is leading all scorers. The next closest is Vasquez with 12. And then quickly back the other side as McCullough slowed it down but then taken away, and we're going to have a tie-up as
possession arrow favors Miege unless they quicked it.
I was going to say, I looked up and, yeah, she's pointing to the Piper side unless there's a foul. I'm used to the score table waiting till the ball's put back into play and then they switch the arrow. Here they don't wait on that. They just go ahead and signal it and switch it over.
Well, they're going to call a foul, it looks like, actually, because they're going to the line.
Yep, they're going to have a foul in the play, take it out of bounds. As the rest talking to Coach English, and that's he's up by 25 and he's still shaking his head, walking away from the ref. And now they're over talking to Coach Stout. So 3:02 to go in the game as it resumes. Trying to look to get it inside to Leslie, and quickly Hawthorne came across and tipped it away as it goes out of bounds. As Jordan Gonzalez is going to take a seat, both seniors out of the game now for Miege.
This is Fallon Russell. She's a senior getting some action here at the end for the Lady Stags.
Good ball rotation.
As is Jenna Harms.
And we're going to have a foul on the reach. It's going to be 1-1. As they're going to get the foul on Jenna Harms. So Coach English is going to pull his girls off the line with 2:25 to go in the game. That one strong off the back iron, no good. And the drive is Cobbins. And she's going to be fouled going up to the line. Guys, action coming up about 30 minutes after the completion of this one, so stick around on 810varsity.com for the guys' championship game here in Salina with Piper and Augusta. And a full timeout. We'll take one, too. 2:18 to go in the game. We will be back in 1 minute on 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Ryan Rackland, Justin McLucky back with you at 810 Varsity Sports. Quick bucket by Piper on the missed shot by Miege.
And now we get back in time for another timeout here.
I took a full timeout because they said full, and then the next thing you know, they're coming back in 45 seconds. I guess when they're ready, they're ready.
Minute 53 to go in this game. We're getting ready to crown the Lady Stags of Bishop Miege Class 4A state champions once again.
I have no idea how many this makes.
But congratulations to Coach English, and congratulations to the Lady Stags here. And also, even in defeat tonight, congratulations to the Lady Pirates for a heck of a basketball season.
Great season. Tell them at the beginning of the year you're going to be 23-0 and go headed to the state championship game. They'll take that and call it in.
Jenna Harms, the senior, passes off here for Miege.
And the stab by Commons, but Hawthorne gets it back. Minute and a half to go. Now the Stags start just running their offense.
Double dribble called.
Yep.
That's
as the rest of the going to get some more girls in for some playing time. And get the seniors in for Piper.
Yep.
So a great year for all the seniors.
Anastasia Wright, the senior, 5'8" senior in for Bishop Miege now as well.
A lot of seniors for Coach English.
Anne-Marie Wassinger, another senior that just came onto the floor.
7 seniors on this squad for Coach English, finishing out their high school career with another state title.
With Imagine McCallum, the freshman, playing the point here.
And she's pretty good. There's for 3, left wing, no good. And getting the rebound is Anastasia Wright, the senior, 5'8". She's going to be going to the line. Yeah, just watching McCullough for a little bit. She's pretty good. She's going to make her mark in the EKL.
Curtain call for Ryan Cobbins.
And the free throw is good by Wright.
Ryan Cobbins and Lakaya Leslie down here on the Piper bench giving each other a hug. The two elite senior girls for the Piper Lady Pirates.
1 minute
Capping
to go.
Off a heck of a career.
Yep. 1 minute to go for Miege and another state title, and we're going to have a foul.
It's going to put Brianna Andrade at the line, another senior for the Lady Pirates. Jennifer Gilbo, a sophomore, also in the game now, along with Ariana Carter, the junior. Andrade short on the first.
And we will be carrying the awards presentation down on the court live, and then we'll take a break and come back with Piper and Augusta on the guys' side about 30 minutes after this broadcast. And she hits that one. On the drive on the baseline is Tumberger. But then the spin around, putting up the shot, no good by Jenna Harms. And Piper with the rebound with 35 seconds left. 4-3 left wing, short by Porter.
The rebound sticks with Piper.
Carter with the baseline driving, good. Carter has 4 points. And that's probably going to finish it off for the game. Still fighting for it. 7.6 seconds left on the clock. And for 3, no good. And that's going to be it as Bishop Miege wins another Class 4A state championship with a final score 60-41. We're going to take a timeout, be back with the awards presentation right here on 810 Varsity Sports.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
Ryan Ragland and Justin McLucky back with you at 810 Varsity Sports and 810varsity.com here in Salina at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. And now we're going to go down to courtside with Rob Emery and the announcements of the awards presentation.
Assisting with our medal presentation, our team host, Steve and Dana Bowling. And now the team members of the Piper Pirates. Number 1, Sanaya Simmons. Number 3, Evelyn Vasquez. Number 5, Brianna Andrade. Number 11, Emma Serrano. Number 12, Riley Porter. Number 14, Jennifer Gilbo. Number 15, Grace Baines. Number 21, Jessica Thomas. Number 23, Ryan Cobbins. Number 24, Lakaya Leslie. Number 25, Allie Vigil. And number 32, Ariana Carter. And the head coach for Piper, Shane Stout. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 4A Girls runner-ups, the Piper Pirates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Kansas 4A Girls champions, the Shawnee Mission Bishop Miege Stags. Assisting with our awards, our team host, Wayne and Dorothy Owen. Our team members for the Stags, at number 3, Jordan Gonzalez. Number 4, Johnny Gonzalez. Number 5, Gabby Henderson Artis. Number 11, Fallon Russell. Number 12, Jenna Harms. Number 21, Ann Wassinger. Number 22, Peyton Verhulst. Number 24, Imagine McCullough. Number 33, Faith Hawthorne. Number 45, Cindy Thunberger. Number 42, Ashton Verhulst. And number 44, Anastasia Wright. And the head coach for Bishop Miege, Mr. Terry English. Ladies and gentlemen, your Kansas 4A Girls Champions, the Shawnee Mission Bishop Miege Stags.
And there you go with the awards presentation. Congratulations to the Bishop Miege Stags with another Class 4A state championship. 24-0, handling a very tough 23-0, now 23-1 Piper Pirates. And again, as you said, Justin, take nothing away from Piper. They had a very great season. They just ran into a big juggernaut in Bishop Miege, and that's just kind of how it is right now.
Absolutely it is, and just congratulations to the Lady Stags. Congratulations to Bishop Miege High School. You know, they worked very hard. You know, we take nothing away from Miege. They have worked very, very hard to get to where they are, to establish this tradition of excellence that they do have. And they went out, they competed hard, and they got another state title to add to their collection. And they continue to be dominant. They're going to be great for a few more years, but this is what an accomplishment by all of these seniors for Bishop Miege High School. Ton of them. Jordan and Johnny Gonzalez, both of them are off this team after this year. They were seniors. They're going out on top. Fallon Russell, Jenna Harms, Anne-Marie Wassinger, Sydney Thunberger, and Anastasia Wright, all of them seniors and going out together as state champions.
And there you go, your 2019 Class 4A girls state champions. As we're going to take about a 30-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have the guys' action with Piper and Augusta coming up in a little bit on 810 Varsity Sports.